بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد. Welcome back to our learning the Arabic of the Quran part 10. We're going to continue with the knowledge of Nahw, ilmun Nahw, and today we're going to talk about definiteness. So in language, you have two types of nouns. The nouns will either be definite or they will be indefinite. Okay, so how do we identify a definite noun and how do we identify an indefinite noun? That is what this class is about. And then we're going to talk a little bit about proper nouns, meaning names of individuals or particular names of particular things. And then we're going to talk about definite nouns, the different types of definite nouns. So there are two types of nouns, two types of isms in terms of their definiteness. So you have ma'arifah, which means definite. Ma'arifah means definite. And you have nakira. Nakira means indefinite. Okay, so ma'arifah and nakira. Ma'arifat, some of you who know Urdu would understand the word ma'rifat. Ma'rifat means to know, right? So if something's known, then it's definite. And you have nakira, sort of like inkar, which means to not know, to deny. So nakira means indefinite. So you have ma'rifah and you have nakira. Ma'rifah means definite and nakira means indefinite. For now, you can just stick with the terms definite and indefinite. So nakira is a noun that indicates something indefinite. That's as simple as that. For example, waladun. In Arabic, waladun means a boy, okay, or any boy. Okay, or bintun, for example, means any girl or a girl. Sort of like the word in English, right? It's indefinite. Similarly, any girl, which means it could be any girl out of the whole world, right? Ma'un, for example, some water. Okay, ma'un, some water. It's indefinite. Okay. A tanween in any form, dhammatain, fathatain, or kasratain, indicates that the word is indefinite. Okay, so that's the common rule. So you see a tanween at the end of the word, that should tell you 90% of the time, 90% of the time, it should tell you that this word is indefinite. And the reason why I said 90% of the time is because there are instances where you'll find a tanween at the end, but it'll be ma'rifah. For example, names, right? So some names of people or places have tanween at the end, but they are not nakira. They are ma'rifah. They are considered to be definite. For example, we say Muhammadun. Muhammadun. Muhammad is a name everybody knows, right? And it has tanween at the end. So you name somebody Muhammad, the name is going to have a tanween at the end, but it's not going to be indefinite because it's a name. Names are always definite. Okay, Khalidun, for example. Khalidun, Khalid is a name. Khalidun has tanween at the end. However, it is not nakira, it is ma'rifah. So names of people or places or things that have tanween at the end, but because they are ma'rifah, because they are names, they will not be considered to be nakira, they will be considered to be ma'rifah. Okay. However, 90% of the time, whenever you see a tanween, you can conclude that this is a nakira noun. This noun is nakira or indefinite. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, ma'rifah, looking at ma'rifah now. Ma'rifah is a noun that indicates something definite. There are 7 types of ma'rifah. Okay, so ma'rifah is a definite noun, and there are 7 types of definite nouns. So let's go through each one. You have alam. Alam means a proper noun. A'lam is the plural. And then you have mu'arraf bil lam. So any noun that has al at the beginning is mu'arraf bil lam. We'll talk about it in a little bit more detail later on. And then you have ismul damir, pronouns. Dama'ir is the plural. The pronouns are always considered to be definite. And then you have ismul ishara, demonstrated pronouns, those pronouns that point to things, like, for example, this in English or that in English. In Urdu, you say ye or wo, right? So those are known as ismul ishara. Ishara means to point. Okay, and then you have ismul mawsul. We'll talk about that when we get to it. And then you have munada, and then mudaf ila al-ma'rifah. It is not necessary that you know these terms fully at this point because you are still at the beginner's level. As you move forward, these terms will make more and more sense to you. Okay, so let's look at number 1, the alam, and plural is a'lam. Specific names of people and places. For example, Muhammadun al-Iraq, which is the name of a country. Misr, which is the name of a country. Al-Madinah, name of a city. Makkah, again, name of a city. Mahmudun, Khalidun, Uthman, Abu Bakr. These are all names of people and places. Okay, so alam is the singular, a'lam is the plural. Okay, they may have the definite article at the beginning. They may not have the definite article at the beginning, depending on how the name was kept. So by default, they would normally have a tanween at the end. However, there may be some names like al-Iraq. Al-Iraq has al at the beginning. So because it has al at the beginning, it is still considered to be a name, ma'rifah. Okay, you have names like Muhammad that do not have al at the beginning. Mahmud, for example, does not have al at the beginning. Al-Madinah. So when the Prophet ﷺ kept the name of his beloved city, he kept it Madinatun Nabi, okay, the city of the Prophet. And then later on, it became known as Al-Madinah, meaning the city. So from Madinatun Nabi, to make it shorter, they began to call it Al-Madinah, the city. Okay, so over here, Al-Madinah has al at the beginning. However, most of the time, it will not have, names will not have al at the beginning, unless there is a cause for it. If it's ghair munsarif, for example, and that's something you'll learn about later in this course. Okay, and so I don't want to go into the details at this point. They may have tanween on them. They may have al at the beginning, again, depending on how the names were kept. And the plural of alam is a'lam. Alam also means a flag or a sign. Okay, literally alam can mean a sign or a flag. A'lam is the plural in the terminology of Nahw. When you use the word alam or a'lam, it means a proper noun, or a noun that is a name of a person or place. Number 2, mu'arraf bil lam. Mu'arraf bil lam sounds like a very sophisticated term, but in reality it's not. Mu'arraf bil lam literally means the word or the noun that has al at the beginning. Okay, so Mu'arraf means it's been made ma'rifah. Ta'arif, from ta'arif, mu'arraf, right? Ta'arif has been given to it, meaning that it has been made definite. Mu'arraf, it's been made ma'rifah. It's been made definite because of the al at the beginning. Okay? So any noun that has been made definite by adding the definite article al at the beginning. Okay, for example, Rasulun means any prophet. Ar-Rasul means the prophet. So the definite article in English is the. Okay, so Nabiyun means any prophet. An-Nabiyu means the prophet. So Hamdun means any praise or some praise. When you say Alhamdu, it means the praise or all praises. Okay, so in Arabic, if you want to make any noun into a definite noun, you add al at the beginning and you remove the tanween from the end. Okay, and if you want to make any noun nakira or indefinite, then you remove the al from the beginning and you add a tanween at the end. So Rabbun means any Rabb. Ar-Rabbu means the Rabb, the sustainer. Alamun means any world, any species, right? When you say al-alam, it means the world. Dinun means any religion. Ad-din means the religion. So any word with al at the beginning will never have tanween at the end. So that's a rule that you can apply generally across the spectrum, that if there's a word that has al at the beginning, if there's a noun that has al at the beginning, it will never have tanween at the end. And if the noun has a tanween at the end, it will never have al at the beginning. Okay? So al is the definite article. So if the noun is definite, it cannot be indefinite at the same time. And if it's indefinite, it cannot be definite at the same time. Okay, moving forward, a damir. Damir means a pronoun. The, the plural of a damir is a dama'ir. Okay, for example, huwa, huma, hum. Okay, and so the conjugation table is going to come up in the next slide. So there are different types of pronouns. So we're not going to go into detail about the different types of pronouns. We're just going to talk about the most common type for now. And so a pronoun is what you have over here. Notice you have 14 different words, 14 sighas, just like in verb conjugation in ilm al-sarf. Okay, you have huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. So these are the 14 pronouns. So huwa means he, singular, male. Huma means those two. Okay, for dual, masculine, third person, right? And then hum is they, plural, which is more than, which is three or more. Okay, three or more. In masculine, third person, and then you have hiya for she, singular, feminine, third person. Huma, which is they, for dual, feminine, third person. Notice huma, the dual for the masculine third person and feminine third person, both are the same. So you have here, let's see, huma and huma, both are the same. And then hunna is they, plural, feminine, third person. And then you have anta for you, singular, masculine, second person. Antuma for the dual, masculine, second person. Antum. Antum is quite commonly found in the Quran. So huwa is very common, hum is very common, hiya is common, hunna is also common. Hunna is plural, feminine, third person. Anta For you, that's quite common. For singular, masculine, second person, antuma. For dual, masculine, second person, antum. For plural, masculine, second person. Antum is quite common as well in the Quran. And then you have anti for singular, feminine, second person. Antuma again for dual, feminine, second person. So notice that antuma, the dual masculine second person and dual feminine second person, both are the same. And then you have antunna for plural feminine second person, and then you have ana for singular masculine and feminine first person. So ana means me or I. Ana means I, actually I, for both masculine and feminine, and singular. Okay, singular, masculine, and feminine, first person. And nahnu, nahnu means we, for both masculine and feminine, and this includes both dual and plural, first person. Okay, so first person, dual and plural, masculine and feminine. So huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Okay, and notice that the second alif in ana is silent. So you're not going to say ana, you're going to say ana. Okay? All right, number 4, ismul ishara. Al-ishara means to literally point. Okay, so it's similar to this or these in English, or that and those. Okay? So hada, haula, ulaika, tilka. They are of two types. You have near and you have far. So just like in English, this is for near, that is for far. You have similar conjugation table for ismul ishara in Arabic. And the table is shorter, if you notice. Okay, so you have hada for this, okay, which is singular and masculine. Singular, masculine, hada. Okay, and then for dual, you have hadani or hadaini, depending on the grammatical case. And you're going to learn that later when you get into the advanced level. So it's either going to be hadani or hadaini or haula. Now, hada and haula are common in the Quran. Okay, so hada means this, haula means these. Okay, haula, these, haula innas, these people. Okay, so haula is for plural, more than two. Okay, more than three or more, basically. Three or more. Okay, for masculine. And then you have hadihi, singular, feminine. Okay, hadihi is quite common in the Quran as well. And then the dual for feminine is hatani or hataini. Hatani, hataini. And then haula again for feminine plural. Okay, so haula is the same for masculine and feminine. Okay, plural. So ismul ishara for both masculine and feminine plurals are the same. Okay, so haula can be used for three or more plural masculine or three or more feminine plurals. Okay, so again, hada, hadani, hadaini, haula, and then hadihi, hatani, hataini, haula. Okay, and for far, asma'ul ishara lil ba'id, for far, going to start with dhalika, singular masculine, okay, which means that, and then dhanika, dhainika for dual masculine, okay, and ulaika is for plural masculine. Okay, and notice again, ulaika is the same for masculine and feminine. Okay, and then for feminine, singular is tilka, and dual feminine is tanika or tainika. So tanika, tainika does not occur in the Quran. Okay, but it is there in classical Arabic. And then you have ulaika, those, which means those, for plural feminine. Okay, so both ulaika and ulaika, both are the same for plural masculine and feminine. The rest are different. Okay, so dhalika is common in the Quran. Dhanika comes once in the Quran. فَذَانِكَ بُرْهَانَانِ مِنْ رَبِّكَ إِلَى فِرْعَوْنَ وَمَلَئِهِ. Okay, and ulaika is very common in the Quran. Ulaika means those. Okay. Forward. Ismul Mawsul. Ismul Mawsul right now may not be 100% clear to you, but once we move forward, it'll become more and more clear to you. So, alladhi, Ismul Mawsul, they're known as relative pronouns. That's the closest translation I was able to find. Relative pronouns. Okay, after them will be a sentence that will together become an adjective for the noun preceding it. Okay, now again, you don't necessarily have to understand this fully. Okay, so, but whatever comes after the Ismul Mawsul, it'll become a full sentence. That will become an adjective, okay, or mudaf ilayh in some circumstances, mudaf ilayh as well. Okay, so for example, you have alladhi, alladhina, allati, allati. Okay, their conjugation table is as follows. Okay, so you have alladhi, alladhani, alladhaini, alladhina. So alladhi and alladhina are common occurrences. Comes a lot in the Quran. And for feminine, you have allati, allatani, allataini, and allati or allai. Okay, so these are known as relative pronouns. In English, they would be translated as the one who, okay, or the ones who, okay, okay. Um, though again, for feminine, the one who or the ones who, okay. Sometimes it can also be translated as that which, okay, depending on the context. So that's Ismul Mawsul for you, Al-Asma Al-Mawsula. Okay, and then Mudaf ila al-Ma'rifa. Again, this looks like a very intimidating term. Mudaf ila al-Ma'rifa. Al-Mudaf ila al-Ma'rifa. Intimidating, but it'll become easy for you once you move forward, get into the advanced level. So any noun that is compounded with any of the above 5 types of ma'rifah in the possessive case. So in Arabic, you have a possessive compound. A possessive compound like the book of Zaid, or the pen of Fatima, for example. Okay, or Fatima's pen, or Zaid's book in English, right? Zaid's book, or the book of Zaid, or the book that belongs to Zaid. Okay, so similarly, you have a possessive compound in the Arabic language. For example, Ilahin Nas, the God of the people. Ilahin Nas, the God of the people. Malikin Nas, the King of the people. Rabbin Nas, the Lord of the people. Yawmuddin, okay, the day of judgment. Okay, Rabbul Alameen, Lord of the worlds. Okay, Ilahu Musa, the God of Musa. Rabbukum, your Rabb, your sustainer. Okay, Sam'ihim, their hearing. Okay, so these are all possessive compounds. Okay, so any noun that is compounded with any of the 5 types to form a possessive compound. Okay? Again, this will make more sense to you as you move forward. Okay, and then you have munada, number 7. Munada, a noun that's in the vocative, meaning any common noun that you call out to. They say, ya waladu, oh boy. Okay, ya bintu, oh girl. Ya shaykhu, oh sheikh. Ya nisa'u, oh women. Ya rajulu, oh man. Okay, so any common noun that you call out to. So a noun can be common, but when you call out to it, it becomes ma'rifah. It becomes definite because you're calling out to it. Now it's a specific person, it's a specific thing that you're calling out to, specific person you're calling out to. So that common noun has now become a definite noun. Okay, does that make sense? Okay.